really work on and progress on?
I was really thankful for being out there, of course, and it's everything, you know, in the midst of a game that you could progress in. When it comes to, like, even for when you're handing the ball off, locating defenders, understand that the windows do close a little bit quicker, you know. There's a lot of things that you could go back in a game and look back and want to redo. Yeah, that was just jokes, man. Yeah, that was jokes. A lot of people took that out of context, but you understand the past 6-7 months been hard, you know. So I want to definitely be thankful that I am able to work out with those guys, and knowing I do have a great defense, and knowing I came this far. So I was truly amazed. I was truly happy, of course, in that moment that, you know, the work has been paying off. But I'm not comfortable.
I think that I want to say, like, recently expecting your second start when you kind of expect yourself.
I said to do my job.
Did allude to after the game, kind of for the first time, just how hard this past 6 months really has been for you, which for the most part you put on a happy face for us and you had that smile and you had that great attitude and everything, but this was a lot harder on you, wasn't it, than you really let on, and why and how were you able to just not show it as much as you did?
Well, first and foremost, I got God, so through that, He's able to protect me through everything, but we're in a good moment now, you know, and I don't like looking back. I don't like looking back at the past, you know, and how I was feeling in that moment or however it was, because I'm here now. So I don't ever dwell on the past and things that happened before.
Sure, I wanted to ask you about gel with some of these guys. The more reps you get, physical reps. I know you've been taking mental reps and you've been doing that throughout the year, but to have these physical reps, does it feel like you're getting a better connection with everybody?
Yeah, of course, day by day, minute by minute, meeting by meeting, of course. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable and like being in that role, being in that position, they're getting more comfortable for me also. So I'm excited, I'm happy for it, and I'm just thankful.
Shedeur, Harold, and seeing the yards after the catch he's able to pick up, like, what's that like for you as a quarterback? And DeionSanders made the comment that Harold just never quits on the play. So
Yeah.
what's that like to be out there with?
Nah, it's great to be out there with Harold. I know all the receiver core, that's the goal, is to get yards after catch. So I think he set an example. He set the bar high for us and his team.
Shedeur, no Cleveland Browns quarterback has ever won his first 2 starts. Does it surprise you? And how do you feel about it?
I don't really go off analytics and all that stuff, and it really doesn't matter to me, honestly. You know, I'm focused on what I can do and what I can control.
You could be the first.
I always wish the best, you know, and I do everything I can, you know, for this team and for everybody. But I got a great defense, got a great team, got great receivers, so I'm just thankful.
Help you, and then did you notice the effect that it seemed to have on the rest of the team?
Well, it's about belief. The reason why I am so confident in the way I am is the guys around believe, you know. So that's what's most important within having a team, within having an offense, within having to have a spark. You know, you gotta have guys that believe, you know. So and I'm fully confident in myself throughout everything, you know, and I'm confident in my team, and I'm sure they're confident in me also.
I know you got a taste of it coming off the bench against the Ravens, but what do you think the first start at home in front of that crowd is going to feel like?
I feel like it'll be fun. I feel like it'll be very fun. You gotta understand, right now, I'm in grind mode, you know, mentally, understanding how to attack this defense that we're going against, and they're a great team, they got great coaches, everything, but that's where I am mentally right now.
Hey, Shedeur, not from you, but all your supporters out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you.
So you just want to start trouble, huh?
No, I want to ask you what your relationship with him is.
Yeah, well, what people do outside the building isn't really in my control. It's not in my power. So I don't. Yeah, like I could go out there and tell them to do whatever. You know, that's not nothing I can control or nothing I can do. But overall, you know, I'm just happy to be here. Coach Stefanski, you've been coaching since I got here, and you've been doing a very great job. You know, with everything that's going on.
But what is your relationship like with him and when we don't see you guys together?
Definitely like a coach. You know, he tells me what I need to do on and off the field. We definitely grown. Our relationship and everything has grown, so I'm just thankful to be here.
Shedeur, obviously you had a conversation with Kevin about remaining the starter earlier this week. Just what was that moment like for you? Because you talked about the work you put in for 6 months to get to the point to just start, but to know that you not only got that opportunity, but you did enough to keep it there. What was that like?
Well, I'll say I'm definitely not comfortable though. So that's first and foremost that I have another opportunity to go out there. But in life, you gotta understand how quickly things come or how long it comes. It could be taken at any point in time. So I'm never comfortable in situation I'm in. I always want to exceed expectations and I always want to grow. You know, and each and every week, I would want to put a better product of myself, be a better version of myself for the team to be out there.
With DeionSanders, how do you see him handle this year? He kind of got off to a slow start, then seems to be coming out. Obviously, made that huge play for you Sunday.
Dylan been the same all year, you know, mentally. So you wouldn't even know unless you look at the numbers, you know. So he has good energy, good everything, you know, when he's out there. So yeah.
Shedeur, how do you feel like you have this spark back to keep that on? Fans really look up to you and rather than have you not comfortable seeing rallying behind you for upcoming win this Sunday. Just how does that make you feel about all that?
It is great, honestly, but like I said, I'm not comfortable. You know, as quick as things come, it could leave at any point in time. So that don't really catch my focus, or that's not really in my focus or my plans. You know, I'm thankful for everybody and whoever supports, but you know, I'm focused on getting this team some wins.
It's not often that the President of the United States shouts out an NFL player. So
Yeah.
for you to get, you know, and I told you so, the President of the United States, what did that mean to you this week?
Yeah, he definitely been a supporter, you know, for a minute. So I'm just thankful for him. From, you know, even taking time out his day to be able to speak out, you know, his support.
Shedeur, obviously, unfortunate circumstances for a while. Dylan Gabriel lost the starting job last week with dealing with concussion, but now that he's back, just how has he sort of shown support for you already this week as you guys get ready?
Yeah, definitely. He's a hard worker. He's the same guy. I feel like a lot of people in his locker room is the same within every situation they're in. You understand? He spent a lot of years in college, so he got experience in a lot of different areas and a lot of different people. So he knows how to like bond and mesh with different people. So since he's been back, he's been good. He's been good. He's been cool throughout everything.
Let's say two more. Specifically with Ethan, just, you know, quarterback center, that's such an important connection. Can you kind of describe how that's grown over the last couple of weeks?
The connection definitely grown. I'll say I'm thankful to have him out there, you know. He makes life easier for me, and he's a smart person, smart player. So, you know, that's definitely a relief when he's out there with me.
Sure, how's it feel to be a part of it? We've talked so much about this rookie class, and now you're contributing as part of it. Just how do you look at this entire group and you being part of it?
Yeah, I'm just thankful, you know, Andrew Berry made the choices, you know, he made, and the coaching staff for getting us all here. I feel like it's a great class. We all bond together. We're all like family, you know. So I'm just thankful that we're all here together, and I know it's gonna be very exciting. And you have high expectations for us, you know. We're here to exceed those.
When you watch them on tape
Yeah.
I'm trying to ask you to give away game plans, but
No, for sure.
You know, what do you see when you look at that for the defense?
They're a well-coached team. Honestly, they rush the passer very good. They're great in coverage. They have great disguises overall. They know how to get pressure to the quarterback. So they're a great all-around defense. You know, we know they're gonna have some different you know, cooking for us. But just going out there, even having this opportunity, you know, to go out there and study him and be able to go on the field is cool. You know, it's very cool. So I'm just thankful for it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's happening.
Yo.
All right, we still got Jerry, Judy, Joe Petonio, Delpit coming up on the mic. Drop your comments in there. Your prediction, who wins? Your prediction. What's the score going to be? Hopefully Jerry Judy turns his game around.
Huh? You ready? You ready? Look, he happy. He happy. Like, oh, I can't wait to get the question. He happy. I'm going to get the team.
What happened on that?
Shit, I'm trying to make a play. Wide open. I see 3 defenders right there for the cut cross field. I ain't feeling behind me. Simple as that.
When from your first start with Shedeur, how can you guys build on as an offense?
We just gotta keep doing what we've been doing in practice, you know. Get consistent reps, you know, talk over the certain plays and, you know, be on the right page.
How beneficial were those, that first week of practices with him, and how much more you guys kind of expand on that relationship, that connection?
Okay, you're alone. I can't hear you.
Just the first week of preparation with Shedeur, obviously, how do you sort of build on that with the second week? The relationship that you have with him, the chemistry you guys have.
Oh yeah, just keep working on that chemistry, just keep building, just keep saying, speaking on what I see out there, what he see out there, and just do what coaches ask.
Does it feel like the timeline's any different? Like, when you're trying to build a connection in the regular season compared to maybe training camp in the preseason?
Yeah, it's different. Training camp, you got more time and you got more reps to execute. You know, during the season, you know, that's shortened, so it's limited.
Jerry, you seem more like yourself today than you did a week ago. Just the win that got you back smiling again?
I mean, I do play football, but you know, you got a life outside of that. So, football not the only thing I do.
Jerry, throughout your career have gone through seasons where there's been a lot of quarterback changes and multiple quarterbacks in a season. And I guess at this point in your career, how do you handle that as a receiver and adapt to a new guy back there?
I just keep being me. Ain't nothing, I can't do nothing. I can't control nothing but myself. Honestly, I just keep running routes. You know, get open and do it. That's all I can do. I can't really control nothing else.
I know some of the other receivers were talking before Shedeur's first start that they thought the deep pass was going to be part of this game.
Yeah.
And then after seeing that first start, do you feel like that's going to be something every week and that you can take part in that and appreciate that?
Yeah, we ain't gonna give out the game plan now, but we want to see something. We want to see something.
When there's a big play, like on Sunday, the 2-yarder tie Sam, does that inject some life, not like into the offense and into the bench? Just seeing some of the reaction on TV after that play, what is a play like that early in a game?
That for sure gives us momentum, but that was like third down. It was third down, so we needed that. It was like 52, we needed that. So we got it. It gave us momentum. We got down there, we scored a touchdown. Now it was up, 7-zip? You know, so hey, we need that.
Miles was talking about the fact that you guys have been out now and he's still talking this team up, that you guys still have everything clear. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, of course. You know, we still got 5, 6 games left? 6 games left. You know, we just gotta finish strong and hopefully we get a chance to play in the playoffs.
When you look at this Niners defense, what stands out to you?
You know, great defense, real physical. You know, they got some guys hurt in the D-line and the linebacker room, but you know, overall good defense for a long time now. You know, but yeah.
Well, Shedeur handled everything the team with that first start. Right? I mean, kind of popular he is, what big name he is, how do you see him handle everything preceding that start and then how we played on Sunday?
I think he handled it pretty good. You know, it was his first games. Barely his first game, his first half. So, he just brushed that off, ready to came into work this week, last week, and, and he did what he needed to do.
All right, we still got offensive lineman Joe Petonio coming up to the mic, and defensive back Delpit coming up to the mic. At least that's what they got on the schedule. Drop your comments. The chat is open. There is bad weather forecast in Colorado where the weather gets cold up there, but I don't recall that he played in any snow bowl during Colorado. I gotta go back for last year. I don't recall Colorado playing in a game where it snowed any significant amount on the field. 49ers did play Monday night. They did travel all the way back to San Francisco. They got to turn back around and make the long trip back to Ohio. So that'll give a little edge to the Browns. It'll give a little edge to the Browns. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely going to have to rely on the running game. Quinshon Junkins been playing very well this year. Again, we got Joe Petonio. This is probably his last year playing with the Cleveland Browns. He was supposed to retire last year, but decided to play one more year. Maybe we'll get surprised and Joe Petonio adds one more year. That's one of the key needs for the Cleveland Browns is that they need 2 offensive tackles. They need wide receivers. They have 2 #1 draft picks in the 2026 draft, so it would be good if Shedeur could play good this season where they could change the mind of the organization and not draft a quarterback with one of their first 2 draft picks, but that remains to be seen because they could definitely use an offensive lineman and a #1 wide receiver. I'm trying to fill the gap in here for Joe Petonio, senior vet offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns. He's always speaks truthfully and candidly. Oh, that's Delpit. We got Delpit.
Great. What up, Jeff? You good?
Great defensive back.
Tennessee? They're doing good? Oh, why? It's not like...
Wow, they clowned him.
It's like, LSU just... guys. Yeah.
Grant, 49ers, I think, are second in the league in pre-snap motion. They utilize that to sort of get into a lot of what they want to do. Just how much is that a point of emphasis for you guys not to fall for certain things and know kind of what you're looking at when they
Yeah, we everybody I think the league knows like that West Coast offense. It's a lot of motions. They try to get your eyes in the wrong places. They try to get favorable looks for their what they're looking for. So just read about reading your keys and staying in tune with what Jim wants us to do.
What did you do for the defense when you set a bar like you did last week?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit too many passing yards, right? But with 10 sacks, you can't complain. I think that we got a monster D-line. They attack relentless. You watch the tape. It's amazing to see the type of attitude and like just pure want to get to the ball as they do. So playing behind them is fun, to say the least.
Grant, what's it like to time to see for those guys are hitting the quarterback 20 times, and getting those 10 sacks. And like, I mean, Miles has 3 sacks, but it's, you know, kind of coming from everywhere along that line of production. What's that like for you guys?
Yeah. It's like it's some standstill pictures of like like sacking Gino. It's crazy. Like the look on his, you know, like I don't know what I'll do if I see Miles and them coming towards me. You know, like I'll probably do way worse than what they doing. But man, them dudes like attacking. You know, Miles is on. You know, we all know what Miles is doing. So I think that makes our job easier in the back end.
Talking about after the game, talking about the fact that you guys need to win out, and you know everything is still good. What do you feel like the mindset in this locker room is? I mean, to hear that on the outside, I'm sure people are thinking, okay. I mean, what do you guys really believe about what you're going to do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we gotta play well throughout the rest of the year if we want to continue playing after these 6 weeks. So, you know, I think that's just all about catching, doing whatever we can do, you know, to make sure that our offense is in the right situation to get the ball back, do what we can on defense, do what we continue to do what we've been doing, you know, and having that relentless mindset of just attacking. That's all we can do.
As you had to play hard all year in defense, but as the game Shedeur had and what he showed you doing offense, has that even re-energized you guys more?
Yeah, I think that dude, man, Shedeur got like, you know, crazy fan base. He got the spark, the stardom and all that, and he's popping it right now. So I just tell him keep popping it, man, keep doing what he's doing. And you know, we got you on defense, so we're gonna get you that ball back, and you know, keep riding that energy, man, because we need it.
Brandon, when you're in a game like that, you got that lead. How much fun is it? Because you guys never had opportunities to just go out there, you know, with the D-line, trying to set up sacks. You guys bring on the ball a little more. How fun is that?
It's fun, you know. I didn't even notice we played 80 plays until I looked at the iPad after the game, but. You know, it's fun when you're making plays, to say the least. I just look at it as an extra opportunity, you know, to go out there and get some splash plays and you know, rack them up. Man, I told him Malik, I think Malik leading the D tackles in sacks this year. Yeah, I gave him one. So y'all make sure to remind him of that one.
It certainly looks like the offense, you know, if he's talking with energy or he's doing something. You know, like you saw Miles react to the sideline, that organization, like how much do you guys on the defensive side also sort of feel that energy is bringing to the table?
Yeah, I think you know, on defense I feel like we've had that energy for the past couple years. Like, you know, obviously new faces on offense. Like, you know, Chubb didn't really say much. You know, but he's still making plays. You know, Flacco wasn't saying much. But, you know, new guys like Q, hyping the crowd up, taking his helmet off. Shedeur, same type of energy. I think that's going to be good for the team, hopefully contagious.
You go to the Niners and their offense. Like, what kind of unique challenges McCaffrey seeing?
McCaffrey, great player. Good short area, you know, quick subtle moves that make you miss. I think he got like 800 receiving yards, 800 rushing yards. So obviously he's their best player on offense, and he's going to be a challenge to stop. So it looked pretty balanced, right? You know, I think he's a pretty balanced player. You just gotta, you gotta attack him, get on him pretty fast, and not give him that space to work.
What area of the defense does Does that fall on the safeties, the linebackers?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the call. Just, we know they're going to try to find the right matchup for him, but just having that versatility all over the defense so that we know that any play, anybody could be matched up on him. Yeah.
Monday night, against the Panthers, but they didn't have any sacks. They, I think, the quarterback, obviously, the whole defensive line is, it's one to clearly pressure on the quarterback. does that impact y'all as a secondary?
Yeah, you know, he's getting back to swing. He had the toe injury, so you know, the 3 picks on Monday. You know, obviously they looking at him trying to correct that. So yeah, I don't know. It's not easy going against our D line. So hopefully, you know, we get a lot of pressure and kind of force him in some of those similar situations and take advantage of the back end.
Do you remember when they came in here on the field 2 years ago?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was there. They're not undefeated no more, but it's still going to be a high energy game. It's a lot riding on this game for both teams. So. Sure. Hey.
All right, so we got Joe Patonio going to close out this particular presser for the 49er game. There we go. Big man. Oh, Bunny.
I was ready to do Thursday. Apparently, you guys aren't coming in tomorrow to work. I mean, I'll be here, but I guess we're going a day early. Yeah.
Did you practice your sportsmanship?
No, I think over time, you know, it just kind of builds up. You know, you have a relationship with guys and things like that. But it's always cool to be nominated for something. You know, I think you play the game the right way without having to, you know, talk too much or do anything too crazy, and just kind of play the game, you know, the right way.
Joel, how is the way Shedeur plays, deep passing, how is that re-energized?
Yeah, I think those big plays we saw, I think we had 3 pretty explosive pass plays, which we haven't had in a few weeks, were huge for us. Obviously, one got us way down there. One scored a touchdown, and you know, one obviously fumbled, but it was still a big play. Like, you saw the shot play potential. And anytime, like, as an offense, you're kind of struggling, 40, 50-yard plays are going to help the offense out. And I definitely think that's something we've been missing. So it was a big part of it, and I think it led to a couple scores for us.
And you can build on that. Like, that was not a run off.
Yeah. I think that's part of his game. Like, you saw in college, like, he makes plays, he moves around the clock. I mean, that throw, like, in the moment, I didn't even know. You're blocking somebody else, but the hit he took, why he made that throw was very impressive. Those are the plays I think you saw flash in college that were like, all right, this guy has some potential to make those at the next level, and hopefully we can keep building on it.
Joe, there were no big sack losses in the game, only 1 sack. That was one of the forces that were big. How much work was put into eliminating those?
Yeah, I think it was talked about a lot. The coaches stressed it a lot. As an O-line, we talked about just blocking until we, like, you know, you can stress whatever you want, but, like, until the ball's thrown, like, you still got to block, you still got to understand your assignment. But I think Shedeur did a great job of getting the ball out when he could. There was a quick passing game and scrambling to make plays, you know, and looking downfield instead of kind of scrambling to, you know, go backwards. And I thought all those things were huge improvements this week. And the script of the game, like, we didn't have to drop back pass as much as we've done in some of the other games. But it was great. I think he worked on it tremendously, and hopefully we continue to emphasize it and continue to protect it.
One sack, he was actually moving up on the body.
Yeah, he was climbing. He was trying to escape out the left side. So yeah, I think it was a great improvement.
What about this Niners defense? I mean, I know those like how good are they still even without those bigger names that you guys have obviously seen in the past?
Yeah, I mean they're 8-4. I think as a team, like, they're playing. Like, I watched Monday night obviously live, and I rewatched the film, and it's just like, I think Coach Sala has, like, just programmed them. Like, they replace guys, they play them, and they just play hard. Like you said, there might not be as big a names. You know, obviously we have a lot of respect for Fred and Bosa, but they're playing well, and they're playing at a high level, and you know, I'm sure they would want those guys, but I think it's a credit to their culture and the way they're coached that the guys that have come in just play hard, play the right way, are going to do their assignment, and they're still a very tough out.
And what about does it affect? I think they're either at the very bottom of the league in terms of sacks, or one like the bottom 2. Like, I'm sure you guys still have to be alert though.
Oh yeah, I mean they don't pressure that much. I think they're used to, you know, having Bosa, and they had a first-round pick that got hurt as well. I mean, those guys they're pass rush guys, so they don't pressure a whole lot comparative to other teams. But they still run a lot of games, a lot of pressures. Even if they haven't got sacks, they've impacted the quarterback, and their coverage has been good enough where, you know, they haven't had to have too many to, you know, get the wins.
Why is the Wildcat been effective a couple times in the goal line?
Yeah, I think it gives us an extra blocker. You know, so you have one more guy in there. Usually on the goal line, there's a, you know, BYOB bring your own blocker for the running back, and we get an extra guy there. And I think teams are afraid of, you know, Q throwing the ball. They were kind of cover one back there, which we were expecting a cover zero look, and they played a little cover one, so they were respecting the passing game too. But no, we've had a few packages out of it. It's been successful. I think it just gives an extra body in there, and you know, you only have 2 or 3 plays out of it, so you can really rep those and understand what looks you're going to get.
Is that something you can have every week, or is it better when you bring it out every month or so?
I think if you change up, have a few wrinkles, like I think it's something that you want to have and want to be successful, especially in like goal line, red zone, short yardage situations. You know, I don't know if we'll go Miami Dolphins where they're running it, you know, like 20 times a game, every game, but you know, having those options, I think, helps open our offense up.
So you're used to quarterback changes during the season, and it's obviously different for like a training camp and stuff. You have more time, so how is it different during the season, and how much more can another week of sort of work with Shedeur? How much more can you guys kind of get connected on? So
I think anytime you continue to work with somebody, like the continuity is going to grow. You know, in season, it almost forces it to happen faster. And since you get all the walkthrough reps, you get all the team practice reps, you get all the game reps. Like a 60-play game is probably like 3 days of training camp. You know what I mean? So like, it happens a lot quicker in season, and I think the more you work at it, the more comfortable you're going to feel. You're going to understand like how he likes to escape the pocket, what he's thinking if, you know, they get a certain rush, his cadences. All those things are just going to continue to grow with more and more experience.
I know you're in the middle of it. Do you get a sense of the excitement that kind of surrounds Deion? It goes beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of said something in the post game about like, obviously his dad is, you know, one of the best players ever, and he's been in the limelight his whole life, and I think people have been curious since he was in high school what he's going to do at college, where he went to school, all those things. So it's an experience that people want to be a part of, and then I think his personality, you know, he has that a little bit of excitement that comes with it, and you know, I think the plays he made, you win a football game, like we've been fighting to win on the road, like all those things add up, and we just want to continue to grow around him and help him, you know, as much as we can.
So I know one of the things you've talked about is obviously offensively, you know, you guys play complementary and hold up your end with Martin, but how does it affect you guys that you know your other defense is going to get you the ball back? Like, how does that impact you?
Yeah, it's great. I think as a play caller, you know, I think it has an effect there where it's like, you might have to go for it in certain situations, but a game like last week, they're like, I don't think they're going to score on us 3 times. Like, you know, our defense is going to step up and make plays there. You know, we don't want to rely on it, but we understand like they've made plays for us all year, and they've done some amazing things. So we're focused on ourselves. I think, you know, sometimes it's okay to punt. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing the field position battle, and it's like, do we need to take a huge risk on 3rd and 15 here, or is it a way, you know, we try and draw or screen, and we're not turning the ball over, we're punting it back, and Corey's been a great punter for us. So I think all those things, you know, have effect to playing that complementary football. Yep, thanks, Chris.
Okay, I got some breaking news. For those of you who may not know, Tommy Reese, the offensive coordinator that took over play calling for the Cleveland Browns, there is a possibility that he may not be there next week. Why do I say this? It's because the University of UCLA, he is one of the main candidates to take over the head coaching job. So there is a possibility, win, lose, or draw, after this game on Sunday, that Tommy Reese may be leaving to go to the University of UCLA. Why do I say next week, and why is the time so pressing? It is because they have the transfer portal that goes into effect 1 December. They have NIL deals that has to be made. They have, if he takes over the head coaching job at UCLA, he has to get his staff together. So this is a big weekend all around. Big weekend for the Browns organization to try to get 2 back-to-back wins. It'll even boost up Tommy Rees's potential to take that job in UCLA as the head coach. If they can sustain another back-to-back win for the Cleveland Browns. Tommy Rees's family is from the California area. His family has history with that university. So there is a big possibility that Tommy Rees may not be with the team next week. I just wanted to give y'all that information that dropped before the live press conference. He is the head candidate to take over the UCLA job if he chooses to accept it. That's a lot of bad news for any Shedeur supporters because Tommy Rees has, how can I put this, knows how the college system, you know, how they run and how they can adapt the plays, and he can relate to the younger players on the team, not just Shedeur. There's Junkins, there's Sampson, there's Carson. Well, Carson Wentz is on the offensive side, on the defensive side. You got Harold, you got Fannin Jr. So it'll be a big loss for the team if he accepts that job. So Jimmy Haslam, if he wants to keep him, he needs to give him some more money to see if that'll sway Tommy Rees's mind for not taking over the UCLA job. Please support the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. It'll help push out this live feed to more people in the YouTube algorithm. Get us out the basement here. I'm the host, Randy Prentice. May y'all have a blessed day and y'all be a blessing to others. And the holiday seasons are upon us. May you and your family have a joyous holiday season. And if you didn't know, now you know. ShedeurSanders, Batonio, Delpit spoke to us live on a presser prior to the 49ers game. Yeah, the schedule forecast is bad weather going in there, so they're definitely going to have to rely on the running game this Sunday. Y'all be blessed. I'll be dropping another live feed to you shortly.